Here's a demonstration of our Venstar thermostat setup. As you can see here, it's real simple. We can go to our locations here from Skyport, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull up our location, and you can see it gives us our weather for the week, and we're on our dashboard. So we can look at our weekly runtime here. And it looks like Wednesday we ran about 8 hours of our heat. And on Thursday was almost 7. And you can see the trend there going. Then it gives us our monthly running for our runtime. And we also have how many hours it ran yesterday and how many hours we've run today so far. It's a little colder today, so of course it's running more, and we could also see how much we've run our cooling. So you can track and monitor all of your heating and cooling needs. Now, of course, we can go to our thermostats, and we only have 2 thermostats set up right now in our home. We have one on our living room here, and right now it's 63 degrees. It just came on from some changes that we made. I can, if I wanted to, I can go and raise the temperature up, and it asks me, would I like to send these changes? So if I want to change it, I can, and if I just want to cancel it, I can there. So I can sit here and I can click my run times. I can look at my sensors, messages, and I also have a setup. I can go into my schedule here. I can see my fan is running right now. Okay, because my unit is in heating mode and it's occupied. So right now my unit is running for my living room. And then we have one upstairs here, and we can see that it's running as well because it's not an idle or anything like that. And it's real simple. I can do this from this is on my tablet or on your laptop or computer. Okay, and it's very simple push button displays. Now, if we went into our setup here, I would pull up my setup, and as you can see here, it gives us our runtime data, sensors, notifications, any alerts from our thermostat. We have our schedule and our settings. We can go over here and we can see what type of heat it's set up for. Okay, we can change locations if we wanted to have multiple houses. Alright, this is our living room thermostat. So what I can do here is simply hit my schedule, and I can now look at the schedule for the programming. And it says that when we're not here, when it's unoccupied, we want the heat to run at 58 degrees. And then whenever on Monday, and when it turns on occupied 1, we want it to run at 5:30 in the morning to 7:30 a.m. so that everybody has a nice warm home at 65 while they're getting ready for school and work. Everybody leaves, and when they come back at 3 o'clock, the heat will come back on and run till 10. And it's only set up for heating only. We don't have air conditioning, we only have a boiler. And so when we don't have it set for occupied, it goes into unoccupied. So our thermostat will set down from 65 to 58 from 7:30 to 3 p.m. And then at 10 p.m., it turns off for the night and won't come back on until 5:30 in the morning, and we'll stay at 58 degrees. And we can see here Tuesday's the same, Wednesday's the same setup. But Saturday, if we look at Saturday, we'll see our household changes. We're all home most of the time. So we want to keep it the same temperature, and we stay up a little bit later on Saturdays. So we got it set till 11 p.m. On Sunday, little bit different. We got to go to church. We always go to church every Sunday, so we want to set it for 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then we don't really care too much about the time that it comes back on because we sometimes have different things going on. Even if somebody was here, it's not going to be that cold. It's only 58 degrees. But we have it set from 2 to 10 p.m. So this is a very good setup that you could do in your home. And you can go through and set up your entire thermostat here for that particular room, and I can go down here and I can edit it, and I can edit the unoccupied as well. So if I wanted to just show you what an edit would look like, we'd hit the edit, and it asks us, do we want to apply it to all the days or just the Sunday? And we could just say just Sunday so we could show you. And then we get into the occupied modes. So we're editing our occupied. And we'll click number 1. And you can see it's this simple. Okay, we have occupied 1 is enabled because we want that part of the program to work. We have it set right here for the heat mode. And we have it, this is our time. So we can just hit the buttons and change the times if we wanted to here and there. We can also make it warmer or colder. And then when we're all done, all we have to do is click apply. That's simple. And now you've edited your Sunday. And if you wanted to have, let's say we wanted to have another time in here, all that we would do is hit the schedule. We would edit our Sunday. And then we would click to edit number 3. And then now number 3 comes up. It gives me the option to enable it. I can then now set it for, let's say, 11 p.m. to 12 in the morning. We could change that. We could do whatever we want on changing this. But we're not going to do this because we just are doing a demonstration here for you. And if we wanted to, we just say that we're finished. It sends our data. It refreshes our thermostat there that's connected on the Wi-Fi and lets it know. And we can go ahead, we can click here and say what's our runtime data. So we have run for 2.18 hours today, and yesterday it ran for 2.23. Nothing for our cooling. And we can click our weekly stat, and we can see our trend for the week on how much that we've been running. Okay. And then we can look at our monthly for this particular unit. Just this unit. So if you have multiple units and you want to track all your run times and see how much you're using your heat or your cooling, you can do that. So if you have multiple properties, multiple units, you can switch from one location to the next. Simple touch of a button. And then you can pick the particular thermostat and you can see. And if one unit is running a whole bunch and nothing else is running, then that'll show you that you have a problem in that area. Maybe the heat's not working. Who knows what could be the situation? There's many, many, many things that could happen that would cause you to have this situation. You might have left a door or a window open on the property. Maybe the power is out in that area. You never know. There's our thermostat by looking at our sensors. Our outdoor sensors reading 32 degrees outside right now. And it's giving us the temperature for the outdoor. And it also shows us what our low and our high was on our thermostat. Pretty neat. Now, notifications. Okay. We can add service reminders, service our filters, change our UV lights out. If the indoor temperature gets too high or too low, we can have it alert us. We can also put supply air temperature sensors in, which means that on your piece of equipment or your furnace, your air conditioner system, whatever you have, we can put a sensor in the ductwork to pick up the temperature going through the duct, so that if it's overheating or it's not heating enough or the cooling is too cold or too hot, it can alert us and let us know. And we can just turn these functions on and off. It's just as simple as I want to do a service reminder. So we can go ahead and we can click that on if we want to. Alerts. We have no alerts right now because we don't have any notifications going on. Everything's working properly. Very simplistic. We can erase the thermostat if we want to. Like I said, we can change the thermostat settings. This is where we can get into some real good stuff on how our equipment operates as well. We can change our security in case we don't want kids or we don't want employees to get into the thermostat. We can allow only certain functions for them to do. We can change the demand response. We can add a holiday vacations in it. Okay, for our preferences, this is where we get into some really neat stuff. We can change the brightness of our screen. We can turn a dimmer on. Also, screensaver, which is very, very neat. You want to take a plain old thermostat and turn it around, folks? Well, with this, you take an SD card, stick it in the side of it. You can upload pictures, and you can also change all your settings right here and save it onto a card. And you can go around to every thermostat and change every thermostat to the same exact thing. It's very neat. They also have themes that if you don't want to put any pictures on there, because you can upload your own personal pictures. So you can take that plain Jane thermostat and turn it into a nice little picture frame on the wall. Here we can change if we wanted to have like a kitchen theme or like a starry night scene or any of the preset stuff that they have in here, which they've got a sunrises, they have coffee, buildings, they even have Christmas, holidays, Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, whatever you want, you can change your background on your theme for it. And you can tell which indicators you want it and how you want them to look. You can also change the sound of how it beeps at you. It's very, very, very neat. Very easy to use. Super simple. And we can say here at a glance and just look right at our thermostat and know what's going on in our home or our business. Well, I hope you like this little presentation of our Venstar system that we offer here at Cline Heating and Cooling. And I hope you guys have a safe and wonderful holiday.